I'm Kyle Russell of Crystal Concentrics, and I am holding a great big cubic formation of fluorite, purple fluorite. I'll bring it right up to the camera for you. And the reason I'm holding it is that I wanted to advance and continue a conversation about spiritual work. Okay, I had talked in another video about spiritual work being internal consciousness building that impacts the action you take in the world to make you more effective as a human being. But I wanted to use this opportunity to explain a little bit further using this purple stone. Purple is generally a stone of spiritual mission, particularly dark purple amethyst, and talk to you a little bit about what is spiritual work and why do I even call it work? Why is it spiritual? Why is it work? Great questions both. So when you do meditations, I'm going to close my eyes a little bit as I think about this. You pause. You take in information, you begin to look at a situation on a deeper level. Say you've just been sick, or you've been diagnosed, or you're struggling with something, trying to find your life purpose. Whatever it is that's going on, you're taking on a new job or a brand new opportunity has presented itself. What you do is you pause, you put life on pause, you step away from the to-do list. That's why it's a great thing to write down your to-do list, everything that physically has to happen. You definitely want to keep track of that and not have any of that stuff fall to the wayside. But you do want to push it to the side to do spiritual work, because the spiritual work is the internal work of saying, okay, this has happened, or this is the situation, and letting the entirety of your body, all of your cells, all of the spirits, all of the angels, whoever you have around you, take stock about what has happened or what is happening and say, all right, we see what's happening. We can see outside of it. We can move ourselves outside of the box. And we can try to get an objective perspective on what it is that we're experiencing. So that is what I mean by spiritual work. It takes work to do that. It takes time, it takes effort, it takes concentration, and often it takes support. If you can't do this on your own, and all of us, I think, are better in groups or partnerships or with teachers and healers, we're better at working socially on this challenge, even if our own work is private. So what I suggest you do is try this out. You try this out by taking a pause in your meditation practice with or without crystals and do the work necessary. Cover the ground. Think about all that has happened, what needs to happen, what will happen, not in a nitty-gritty piece by piece aspect, but in broader strokes. Why has the universe presented this situation or opportunity to me at this time in this way? How can I make the best use of what has been given to me in terms of grace, in terms of mercy, in terms of opportunity and possibility? Those are the types of things that you need to take into account when you do spiritual work. So I hope that has defined a little bit for you what I mean when I talk about spiritual work as not being a sort of airy-fairy, irresponsible, escapist, but the opposite, fully going into and engaging the challenges at hand, the issues, the energies, the powers, the forces at work, and situating yourself in such a way so that you can feel connected to the matrix. You can feel connected to the larger context of your spiritual and physical and personal and interpersonal and impersonal reality. All of those things are happening simultaneously. And when you do spiritual work, you plug yourself in on those several levels so that you're not thrown off balance so easily, so that you can feel more confident and more with it and more on it and more attuned to where the matrix and the flow of what I call metaphysical weather is forming and taking you. I have this idea that we live in a series of weather systems. Storms come and go. The weather changes. The same is true on a spiritual level, and we have to be in tune with that, just like anybody who was sailing the seas or paddling a paddle board or even navigating traffic on the road. You have to be tuned in to all of these different factors going on at once, and that way you can feel, even when you're pausing, when you're off the beaten track and you're in a process of meditation, that you are in fact doing the necessary spiritual work to make your life happen the way you really want and the way you perhaps ought to be making it happen. All right? Hope that's made some sense. I'm Kyle Russell of Crystal Concentrics. Subscribe at my site, crystalconcentrics.com, and also on YouTube, Crystal Concentrics. Till soon.